Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We are still in the lighthouse, and we should not go through that door, apparently. It's dirty. It's very dirty here, apparently. Oh! Things appeared. Small, greater, and then you... Oh, right. Allah.
Yes.
Why do you appear to be in front? You should not be down. Save Allah. And then, completely destroy the rainbow light. Allah. The most vulnerable character. Okay. Don't quite understand what's up with the rainbow lights. Oh my god. There we go. Huh. I don't understand. What are these things? Just finish the fight. Thank you. Now, what are they? Buick. Stuck together. Oh. Huh. Okay. So they're like... Oh, wow. That's a lot of primal water. So... The burlap sacks are rotting. Oh! It's warped as if by water. Go figure. Well, I don't think we can quite defeat the ghosts. Can't really do that. I have failed at that. I'm bad at that one, apparently. Don't know how to do that. Actually, maybe. No, not that. Talk to you.
Your mind comes bearing questions, Watcher.
I had questions for you. Great. Let your mind speak for you. I shall listen past the words. You addressed me as Watcher when we met. Do you know what a Watcher is? Oh.
The title came unbidden. I do not know why I spoke of it. Yet it seemed the right mantle. A familiar one. Okay.
Don't know where it came from. From where it came. If I have given offense, forgive me. Forgive me, you would know more than I. Why are you afraid? It's an odd feeling. I do not know where it stems from. It's a word that arose when you saw me. It is said Watchers see much that others do not, and I have been hiding from the eyes of the others for some time. How's it no one can see you?
Their eyes see me, but their minds will not remember past the call.
A call?
My face is like the call of a newborn, hiding the face beneath. And for my body, I am able to wrap myself as a mother cradling her child. I am here, as you see me, but to them, their eyes see only the cloak that I wear. A peasant mother, dirty, shabby, not worth knowing. As a Watcher, you see more than others. To the eyes of most, I am as unseen as the spirits you share memories with.
Okay. Are you able to affect minds? I divert the flow of their senses down a different path to a place easily forgotten. It is not unwelcome when one does not desire the presence of others. The surface of their minds register a figure, but the memory slips away. They see a woman, but there is no desire for conversation, no desire for any questions, and I have none to ask. What else? How was I able to enter your dream?
I do not know. What do you speak of? If you were in my thoughts, I could not feel your presence, nor do I know what you saw there.
Huh. Whoa, fighter. As she speaks, you suddenly feel an odd sensation in your mind, like the blood of the hunt welling up in you. You suddenly realize that whether she permits it or not, you could enter her dream and observe it without her ever knowing. There is something about her mind, like a weapons rack, where you could reach in and draw forth a blade if you wish to, and keep it as your own. Suddenly you find yourself back in your present thoughts. Though you were away for about a moment, she seems unaware of your diversion of thought. Huh. Maybe one of your gifts, an ability to walk in memories as easily as someone walks upon the ground. May I try again? You feel her nod, but she doesn't move. Go figure. My mind is open to you, as it was when we met. I could not stop you if I wished. I do not wish to impose. I seek your permission. Of course. My memory is not as it was. Much has been forgotten. If you would walk in my thoughts, I have nothing hidden. Her thoughts feel apologetic and welcoming. Perhaps you may learn something that will strengthen you, or a clue to what has caused this terrible burning of the fields of souls and halted Barrett's wheel. Her mind gives way, your passage almost unnoticed as you enter her, as before, circling the memory you shared when we first met. And great, I'm calm again. You're on a plateau, almost at the height of a tower, several stories high. The plateau is like a table lying beneath a clear sky, and beneath the plateau, surrounding you in all directions, a forest. So whether it's actual mist or distance or recollection, great. Wherever in the natural arc is a copper bell, etc. Plateau is soaked in the sun. The rock is rough and warm. The sky forms a cradle. Focus the chimes. Huh. Pull back. I walked again in your dreams and thoughts, but it was the same thing again. Believe your memories. Great. Curiosity and fear. She raises her left hand, chiming at her wrist, quelling the rise within. She's frightened, but curiosity anchors her. Okay.
And what did you see in my memories? I would hear you speak of them.
The dream. The memory I saw upon meeting you. It was you helping give birth to a child. Great. There is silence. And as your breath falls still, you hear the faint cry of a child in the distance, a newborn child. It's exactly like what you heard in the dream. As you listen, the grieving mother raises both her hands as if weaving, her wrists chiming as she does so, semblance of the gentle turning she provided while the newborn was crowning. To your surprise, you recognize the motions and the words from the memory, even as they are new to you. Great. As she weaves her hands through the air in front of her, the child's cries grow still, yet the sound of the chimes weaves them almost hypnotically into your thoughts. What? The sky seems sharp and clear, and you feel as if you are towering over your surroundings? Really? Okay. As if kneeling atop a great pillar, just as she did in the memory. To your surprise, the grieving mother falls as if her strings were cut. Her knees crack hard against the ground. Ouch. Her hands never cease moving in the air, the chimes echoing her movements. In a ragged voice, you hear her speak. The voice is that of a much older woman than the one before you, a harsh, almost desperate. Huh.
Tell me what you saw. Show me what you saw. Where were you?
A huge forest stretching out beneath a great rock, I believe. Huh. She kneels before you on the ground. She whispers to you, hoarsely and ever fainter, with the distance between you.
The stone of the plateau. Its color. Tell me its color.
I guess this is kind of me filling in the backstory or something. It was silver odger. It was warmed by the sun. Aston cups stretched down in the cradle of her hands. Chimes sound once, twice as they swim with the movement.
And what did these hands hold?
Be so convenient with a cipher. The same chimes you hold now. Eyes are closed. Slow and take you feel time become quiet. I do not feel the memory, I do not know it's mine, but thank you for trying. Further questions to ask. I wanted to know more about you.
And I you. In asking, we reveal ourselves to each other.
Why are you called the Grieving Mother? Which is your name for some reason. Why? Oh, great. Whoosh. Whooshy. Very silent and time stretches. It's a wall of uncertainty. Doesn't move.
That is a question for you, not I. That is not my name, although if you wish to hang the title on me, I cannot stop you. Is that what you see when your eyes fall upon me?
So, I named you? As a watcher, you may see what I do not, or your mind shapes the thoughts I project into a new meaning. There is truth in that title, but it is not all I am. So what do you grieve then? You must have felt it, seen it. It has as many names as the pain it has caused. You're trying to feel like you're touched by the wheel with it. Great. And behind it, cutting through it, the torrent like a knife, are the thoughts of the grieving mother. So moon cut across the belly of the world, a jagged knife that has ripped the stems from men and carved furrows across the wombs of women. What? There's much I have forgotten, but I can feel the wound all around me. It will not let me rest, not let me be. The children have gone silent, yet their voices may be heard again. You speaking of the Hollowborn? The word, accepted, was once unknown to me, as was much of what unfolded in the outside world. When the curse came upon us, I thought it a smaller thing, a thing of communities and hearts. It was only when I walked did I feel it stretching out around me, in all the cracks of the world. Children have been cursed. I do not think it was something they caused, nor something deserved. What? That which is inside them has been torn away. I do not know how, but this is a wound that must be stitched to close. I am not an expert on souls. Yet. The world bleeds forth from between a woman's legs. If this blood is not stemmed, the world will die and grow quiet. Do you know its cause? I shall know it through you. Go figure. Your eyes will track the cause, find the path, and I will be beside you. There's no wound that cannot be healed. If you are truly a watcher, then this wound may be seen for what it is. You saw me where I hid. Whoever's hands have stilled the world, you shall see them too. What if sealing it causes more damage? I will be there, and you will do what must be done. You were given your sight so you may watch the world, and you will tend to it. The children shall have their voice again. If your will is weak, then I shall strengthen it. Okay, I don't think I have much of a choice now. Lean upon me, as I lean upon you. You shall be my eyes, as I shall be your hands when the time comes. Okay then. Interesting. What do you think of Deerwood in the Empire? Those titles are markings on a map, and channel people's minds in violent directions. Such things are a threadbare blanket cast over the world where men and women seek more importance than simply being. How do you see the world then? The world is a field of souls tilled by Barrett's wheel. The thought of cultures and territories do not concern me. The sowing and harvesting of the field does. Barrett's wheel has slowed, perhaps stopped altogether. Whatever words, titles, laws, and blades not devoted to carving away the harm or healing that wound hold little importance for me. Okay? I welcome your questions with a strange sensation. Okay. Where are you from? I have traveled far, so far that the memory of such a place is distant. Time to go. The memory is lost, but I do not feel as this the memory I hold is the same as home.
And I you. In asking, we reveal ourselves to each other.
Okay, so that's something different. Want to peer into your memories. You need to memorize this. Plateau. It's towers. It's like a table. It's a forest with mist. There's a great copper bell. Soaked in the sun. It's rough and warm. The sky is a cradle. Hear chimes. Scene gains color and texture. And chimes cooks you deeper. It's a memory, a warm one. Run stone of the plateau, your knees on the warm texture of the ground. Silver, white, shimmering like Audra. It's formed of it, glistening in the sun. You can feel the heat on your skin, your wrists, your hands are in motion. Weaving not thread, but gathering tenderly, moving on the first movements of Barrett's wheel, your hands are wet, a worn child. Turning in your grip, try to slick, warm. Hands you are wearing inhabited, you have done this many times and they're practiced. You can feel distant pains in your own head. Head emergence, food, helping, labored cries, focus on the child. Hand moves, hear the sound of chimes, clear, cutting through the haze of memories. Cannot see where they are coming from, but they are close. They are meant as comfort. Draw it forth. Chimes sound again. The child comes forth. So does your hand are in motion, weaving, moving up. A soft, wet rope, an umbilical cord, holding a small child. The child cries out. Soul's blurred. Then from a soul, from within a soul, it's alive. Only before you is weeping, surrender the child. Surrender her, something you have done many times. Chimes echo. They are hanging from cords on your wrist. They're intended to welcome the child. Okay. Last with ragged joy. Child is safe. Okay, I've been in your memories.
And what did you see in my memories? I would hear you speak of them.
Well, how? Oh.
Tell me what you saw. Show me what you saw. Where were you?
It's a huge forest stretching out beneath a great rock.
The stone of the plateau. Its color.
It was silver Audra.
And what did these hands hold?
There was a child you're bringing forth in your hands, I don't recall. Her eyes blur. She swallows once, twice. Sweetheart's drawn.
It was the birthing bell you saw. Has it been so long? Have I forgotten so much?
Impulses. Step back. Maybe watch it. What is the birthing bell?
It is a plateau formed of the spirit stone Audra. At its top is set a great bell, cradled in the reaching arm of the plateau. It stirs in the wind, and it sounds for leagues when struck by kith hands.
What if it was struck by something else?
In distant times, the great bell served as a Glenfothan watchtower, perhaps. Why they abandoned it, I do not know. Other men came in time, settlers, and claimed the tower as their own. I, in turn, claimed it from them. The pillar became a cradle where I could draw new souls into the world.
So, where is it? The birthing bell lies deep in the great forest of the Deerwood, at the borders of Glenfothan land surrounding it. Barely a town, not one you'd find on any map, but it held an important place for those there, and if they were far from the beaten track, small families, tied like a knot, joined at the wrists and marked and dot. All were welcome, all had purpose. That's very poetic. In your memory, you were helping a woman give birth.
Yes. Yet, I believe you only saw a small part of the birthing ritual. It is not all in a moment, nor in a day. It is a journey of many years between the child, the mother, and I.
Okay. There was much I could do to aid the mother. Some sought the physical comforts of rituals to steady their thought, even Audra from the bell. Others would seek advice, words of counsel for the days ahead. I was able to provide draughts, tinctures, and a reading of the child's spirit, all to strengthen the mother. A telling of the child's spirit?
Many would come seeking their child's future, or a reading into the child's past, the lives its soul is said to have lived. Such things are not mine to see. I meant no offense.
Huh. You're frightened. Something about Watchers. The thought of Watcher crosses your mind. You feel a sharp pain. The burn of lashes across your back and shoulder, then it is gone. Oh my.
I was something else, but because the title Watcher was cast on me, the word carried a weight I had neither earned nor deserved. The world seems filled with such titles. They distract, I think, from the actions of the person, from their strengths.
But if they came to you to read their child's souls, what did you tell them?
I drew upon the present. I felt the soul of the mother before me, and used that to tell the child's path, to give it a voice. If only the thoughts of the mother and the emotions that lie beneath were mine to impart. I did, and so I used that as the telling of their child's future.
What if the mother's emotions were painful, hurtful?
One must guard oneself when drawing upon the thoughts of another. The pain of a mother's rage and disdain. It can be a powerful poison.
You sound like you speak from experience.
Yes, and I live with that weakness still. I have learned to shield myself from such edged thoughts, strip them away, and to tell a clearer picture of the child.
So you shaped their thoughts, made the readings true.
This is my calling, to show them the life I see before them, and even greater, make them believe it.
That is not what a watcher does. We do not shape minds, we see them as they are.
Even the most strongly worded tells may not be enough to save a child and allow it to be born. If I have the strength to strip away the stem of a mother's spite to expose kindness, weave nurturing from disdain and neglect, then that is my calling.
Okay.
And with the weight of Watcher behind my thoughts, these tells gain strength. Strength I never possessed on my own. They believed. And what they believed became the truth. With each child that was set upon that path, the title of Watcher became stronger. You must understand, without such weight upon my words, many lives would have been lost, drowned, cast in the lake beyond the bell. Now the trail to the lake is lost and reclaimed by the forest, as was meant. A watcher was not there to look over us, but it was a watcher that saved them. And with a watcher's strength, children were born, were cared for, and grew strong.
I see.
What use is a frightened will when a spirit is at stake? Would you let the fears of a mother end her newborn's life? You felt it in the memory, the weight of it, the importance of the child's life. It was a memory we shared.
Did we share that memory? Or did you inflict it on me?
A greater good was done, and children were saved. It is a choice you may be forced to make one day, and when faced with it, you will make the same one.
Yes, I'm certain I will.
That is good, Watcher.
I have other questions about the birthing bell.
Yes.
Can you tell me about the birthing ritual?
The ritual was one of many steps. It took many tens of years to carve them, but always the child's thoughts were there to guide me from the moment it began to awaken, to the 3 seasons within the mother, to the birthing day, and the years to follow. The child's thoughts, that is where it began. The expectant mother, I could often sense her thoughts, and those of her child, before she could. I would soothe her, free her from the panic of questions. I would sound the memory of the birthing bell atop the plateau in her mind, letting the memory of the vibrations fill my thoughts and hers. Often, the child's soul could hear it too, so the sound of the bell echoed in the mother's thoughts.
You mentioned the ritual lasted years. Years. Weird. What would happen after the birth? Once the pain is channeled away and the mother and child breathe again, I sound the birthing bells on my wrist and allow the mother to hear the child's thoughts, the ringing echoing in each other's thoughts. The bells open the way between them. Let her feelings pass into the newborn, and let her feel the child in return. When the feelings meet, that is when I weave another memory and leave it tied in their minds. Do these bells play an important role? Yes, and for years after, I give a set to the child after their word. It is a reminder of the memory the mother and child shared. As the bells coax the child forward, so they accompany the child onwards, fastened about the wrist to care for him in body and mind. Hand! Really? There is no magic in it except the magic of practicality. The child sought to leave their cradles or escape their cribs. The mother could know through the warning of the chimes alone. At times, the bond was strong, so would I. Not watch. Children, much trouble may be had from tiny hands. Yeah. The chimes are kept until the child needs them no longer. When I no longer can hear them sounding in my mind, I know their spirit has changed, and the bonds we shared are long gone. This shedding lasts many years, or but a few, but it is necessary. We watched over these children for years after their births. Children are fragile things. Even the ties of blood and mind may not be enough. They must be watched, and even then the body may fail the mind. But if watched, even the most sickly child may cling to life if determined enough, and many of their souls were tied to me. If a child's spirit failed, I could sound the chimes in their mind and grant them strength, even from afar. It did not always serve, but it gave hope. Sound like you've some tragedy too. Enough to never wish to feel it again. Yeah? In times before the bell, children who died were cast on the waters of the lake beyond the bell, sometimes while alive. Their paths and futures were deemed weak. It was a different time. Children were treated carelessly. Those times are past. You sense the mother's thoughts? Yeah. Sharing memories and thoughts can bond lives together, as can hardships. Most of all, the sharing of what is familiar. The bell itself provided shelter for such thoughts, opportunities to see deep into the crevice, hollows in the rock where one could find shelter, clefts. You could feel the Adra all around you. Such shared images can bond souls even tighter and allow them to draw strength from each other. Let's continue. Kind of want to talk to more of my party just to learn more about them, because that was really interesting. But that'll have to wait until the next episode. I will see you then.